Hey everybody, this is Linda, and I'm here with a video response for Donna Little, and she's having a January Back to Crafting Challenge giveaway 2017. So this is my project, what I chose to do, and you could do anything you wanted as long as it was a new project that you've made this year. So I made a wall hanging, and I apologize if my video is a little not so great because this is not my regular way of filming, and for me it's a little awkward. Since my wall hanging was so long, I had to hang it up in order for you to see the whole thing. So I've got my phone on a tripod and I'm gonna do the best I can. So if you'll bear with me, I'll explain what I've done here. So the first thing I'll tell you is that I used, and I'll try to get the glare off of it, I used one of these hanging sachets. I bought these at TJ Maxx, and they came in a pack of 4, and it's a jasmine scent. It smells so good. I really love using these hanging sachets to make projects with. So anyway, that's what I used as a base. And then I covered it with a, it's kind of a silky satin type of a fabric. I don't know exactly what you call it because I don't know all my different fabrics. But anyway, it was a liner for a blouse. And that's what I used to wrap it in to cover the whole thing. And you can't really see it on the front, but I will show it to you on the back when we get there. So the first thing that I did after that was I wrapped the hanger with some ribbon, satin ribbon, and then I covered the front of the sachet with some wedding dress applique, and you had to use lace. You had to use 2 of 4 different things. There was lace, doilies, sequins, and pearls. Well, I used lace, sequins, and pearls on this because there are sequins and pearls here in the appliques that I used. In the center, I used an image that I printed out on fabric, and the flowers here are kind of a stiff satin flower, I guess, or silk flower, but they're kind of stiff, and I don't know where they came from. I've had them for a long time and decided this was a good time to use them. And they had these little pearl stems sticking out. Each one of them did. So they're on here too. I don't know if you can actually see them. I'll zoom in a minute and let you have a little bit better look at the center here. I used a ruffle trim around the edges, and then I used, I don't know what you call that, like a little Chinese braid or a gimp trim or something. Anyway, it's around here, and I think I got that at Walmart. Excuse me. And then down here I used several different types of dangles. I started off with a curtain. I think you can see that down under there. And then I used this, I don't know what you call that kind of trim. It's just like, just little strings hanging down. As you can tell, I don't really know my fabrics at all. So then after that, I used this little dangle trim, and I don't know where I got it from. But in each of these little things that hung down, I put some ribbon roses on each side, little rolled roses, to give it a little bit of weight so that it would hang nicer. So anyway, that is what I did down here. And then I used some little bows, and I think they came from Walmart. And I put one, every other one here. And then here I used, I cut off 2 little pieces of wedding applique and stuck on here and here. This piece here came off of an old wedding veil, and it's just a little, it's got some very tiny little ribbon roses, rolled roses, and then these are just little hard, like little satin balls that's been rolled up, and then some little pearls stamens sticking out all over. So I think that's all for the front. So let me see if I can zoom in a little bit for you. If I can get myself going here and let you see how this looks. There you go. You can see the sparkle of the sequins. And yeah, so that's the front. Now let me see if I can get this going back the other way. Okay, now I'll show you the other side. I can get it up without knocking it over. Okay, now you can see here, you can see the color of the fabric that I used to wrap the whole thing in. This is reversible, so you can hang it from either side depending on your mood. If you're not in a mood for real fancy, then maybe you'd like this side better because it's a little bit plainer. And got a few glue strings that are sticking there. So on this side, I used some seam binding, and I made a little puffy bow. I made 3 bows. I made 2 bows. I used a cream colored, and then this is more of a darker beigey color. I can't remember what the name of it is. And then in the center, I used one of the little Walmart flowers. Along the edges here, I used just a little crochet trim, and you can see the ruffled lace again from this side also. Then I used some flat back pearls around the edges. Then down here I used 2 more dangle trims. I used this one is just a plain one, and then I used this little flower trim here, and I cut it in flowers of 3, and I glued it down and let it dangle. And in each of those flower centers, I used Want to Scrap cream colored flatback pearls. And then in this wedding applique, because it was plain with no type of pearls or rhinestones or sequins or anything on it, I put some white flatback Want to Scrap pearls in there. And yeah, so that's pretty much takes care of telling you everything that I did. I'll give you a little bit of a close-up of this one, if I can get my thing going here. There you go. So that is what that looks like. So yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. So thanks for stopping by and watching. And again, I apologize for the awkward filming of this. But I think you got the idea. And Donna's challenge closes on the 31st. So, I mean, you do have a few days left. You have, well, about a week. So that's plenty of time to get in on the challenge if you want to make something. So I'll leave the link to Donna's YouTube channel below, so you can go over and check out the challenge for yourself. And I'll also I guess I'll say goodbye. I think that's it. I've kind of lost my train of thought there. So I just want to say thank you for stopping by. Don't forget to go over and subscribe to Donna's channel and get in on the fun. And I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye now.